In this episode of Sailing Frida Wisby,
Anders hates Medmoorings, and it doesn't get easier when the handle for the throttle suddenly falls off.
we get a surprisingly sporty sail to Palma de Mallorca with no hot food.
Gas alarm went off. We got the car.
So we make a road trip to the world heritage site Valdemossa and
Port de Solar.
we sail to meet Massimo.
I sail a mini transat, mini 650.
And at the end we enjoy life at anchor. Let's give you a short summary of our story. Our story began in Yarmouth on Isle of Wight, where we bought a Wauquiez 47 pilot saloon. We named her Frida, and Wisby is her home port on Gotland. We are a middle-aged couple that left our business lives to go sailing. We have sailed more than 7,000 nautical miles along the Atlantic coast of Europe, out to the Azores and into the Mediterranean Sea. We will show you our sailing, the boatworks we do, and the destinations we see. Experience wildlife, historic sites and local cultures together with us. We are not sponsored by anyone, so it helps us a lot if you become a subscriber. A thumbs up or a comment makes us really happy. Big thank you to all of you that watch our videos. We are Anders and Gitte, and this is our cat Litza. We start in Santa Ponca in Mallorca in the Balearic Islands.
So now we have lifted the anchor and leaving this little anchorage. It was well protected, and now we are actually going to stay in a marina. So we are going to Real Club Náutico in Palma de Mallorca. It's about 10 nautical miles and 2 hours sail.
It's a short trip, but the wind is just in our nose, so it will probably take more than 2 hours or 2 hours and 10 minutes that it said it should.
It's almost that we don't need that yet. I think it's going to be a nice 3 hours until we are in Palma de Mallorca. Have some city life a couple of days. We are going to visit the chandeliers, and we're going to be a bit of tourist and take a look at the town, and maybe even rent a car and drive around a little bit on Mallorca. I have been on Mallorca when I was a kid, but I don't remember much. Come see, and well, some beautiful scenery right now, so we will enjoy the sailing. Oh, I managed to get some lunch on the table. We're a little low on fresh greens, which you can't see on the dish. But I was actually planning a hot dish, but our gas alarm went off. So our gas alarm went off. It does that sometimes, and we can't really understand why. But that means that it cut off the gas, and it's impossible to use the stove. Instead of trying to deal with it now at sea during this quite short sail, I decided to just put the hot food that I had kind of prepared but not heated up into a box and put it in the fridge, and we get a tuna salad instead. We normally don't heal very much, but just when I was cutting the salad, it was...
We were healing 15 degrees, maybe 20.
I think it was a little bit more, but okay.
Maybe this way you can see that the boat is healing.
We have 8 meters or 16 knots and doing a little bit over 7. But with a clean bottom we probably have done over 8.
What do you think about sailing in the Med?
It's weird. Wind is turning all over the place, and also goes from 0 to close to 20 in a moment. But if you're awake, no problem. 15 knots.
Okay.
True wind.
And it was forecasted around 6.
6 to 8 knots.
Cloudy and boring weather this morning, but now it's sunshine and nice, but quite a lot more wind than they forecasted, but still not too much according to us. Mainsail. This is Palma de Mallorca. We are going into Real Club Nautico. And we are going to Medmoor. So we have prepared with fenders, mostly on the from the midship and aft. And 2 lines in the aft, and I wear my gloves. I hate those line lines, I really do. And I honestly am not very fond of Medmooring either, but that's the way it is. It's just to get used to it. How bad is it? And what is it?
It's okay.
Okay.
That's Navtex.
Okay.
We very seldom use it, so
Yeah, okay, so not the most important. And the small one, what's that?
that's the GPS for our VHF.
Okay. Well, at least we are here in Palma de Mallorca. It wasn't the prettiest morning again. We don't like those Medmoorings. They are here's on that post. And we got a lift to the Marina office. It's great service. There are 2 guys on board our boat to help us to redo the mooring. We have moved to a better place where it's not as bumpy. So Anders hates Medmoorings, and it doesn't get easier when the handle for the throttle suddenly falls off. Luckily, it was in neutral and nothing bad happened, but it increased the stress levels a little bit, and we were so grateful that we had some of the marineros even on board. Normally they don't do that, but they went on board. So 1 guy was with us on the boat and 2 guys in a dinghy. And after a while, he got help from his colleagues. So there were 2 guys up on the boat to help us do this. And the slime lines here are really happy. But everything went well. We are a bit concerned about this very fancy car. Because when we lower the passerelle, it gets quite close, but it doesn't touch it. Arrived yesterday. There was end of a regatta. We could see the boats, and they all came in about the same time as us. So the marineros were pretty busy, and that was also the reason why we were first given a temporary berth close to the fuel dock, and it was really bouncing because they were racing with the dinghies back and forth to be able to help the regatta boats. So maybe that's not normally that bad, but it was really bad. We were there for about 2 hours, and I felt like, okay, this feels like when we were at anchor in Jondal. So we asked politely if it was possible for us to get another berth. We did. And Litza is curious about what is going on. Lots to look at. Litza. Now it seems like the regatta is about to start because everybody is leaving.
I don't think I ever seen so many fancy yachts as here in Palma de Mallorca, and Frida feels small here. We are out walking a little bit to look at the town and see if we can find a car rental.
This was different. It's raining again. And we have to go by the Marina office because yesterday when we arrived, we didn't get any card or code for the gate. We don't get back to our boat unless we get that sorted out. All the regatta boats are out. There are 88 of them, but they have left the sails and stuff that they don't need. And now we are back home. And now to the challenge. Get aboard. I truly hate this. I must say, I do. That's another reason why I hate the Medmooring. Okay, my turn.
We are on our way to an excursion, or at least we hope it's going to be an excursion. We are going to
We'll see if we get the car.
Yeah, we are trying to rent a car, but we haven't booked any.
We are still on our way towards the car rental. We have to go around half of the marina.
And it's huge. There's actually 4 marinas in the harbor.
We got the car.
So now we will go on a road trip across Mallorca. Our first stop is in Valdemossa, a World Heritage Site.
Now we are in Valdemossa, and here is a very old town, which is on UNESCO's World Heritage List. This is very well preserved. And there's also a sanctuary.
I will tell you a bit more about that later. Valdemossa is a tourist hotspot, which makes it a little bit difficult to film without getting in the faces. But it's quite nice to walk around here because it's no car zone in the center. Perfect, because it's lunchtime for us.
Here in Valdemossa there is lots of restaurants, lots of tourists, and souvenir shops. But the buildings.
This building was a monastery from 1399 to 1830, and the building was then confiscated by the Spanish state and sold to a private owner, who had many distinguished guests. Chopin and his lover George Sand stayed here 1 minute.
I heard that you should stick to the narrow road, so let's do that. Let's see where we end up.
This is a narrow road, that's for sure.
Nice flowers. Nice view.
Absolutely.
I think that we can say that Valdemossa is a cute little town, but a bit touristic. See how up there, the mountains is catching the clouds, just as on Madeira. It's nice to walk around here. Oh, look what a handsome guy is sitting here. There he is. Hello. Yeah, after a while. Just had to take some photo stops on the way.
Yeah.
Should we see if we can get back to our car?
Yeah.
This house was different. pretty. I like that.
We find our car and the road trip continues through a green landscape. We are on our way to Porto Soler. And sometimes the hairpin corners looks like a knot. This road do have some really sharp turns and magnificent views. Now we have reached Porto Soler. We are going to find a place to have a coffee and maybe an ice cream. This is a marina, one of them, but as you can see it's mainly small boats. But they are even smaller on the other side. Out here they have a few places for bigger boats. But the marina is very pricey. And the anchorage is over there on the other end. But I must say it's a very picturesque town, but a bit expensive everything here. I remember going with this train when I was a kid. I thought it was really fun. Back in Palma. But while we have a car, we go to a large supermarket and stock up with everything happy. We are on our way from Palma de Mallorca to Sa Rapita. We are still running the engine, but we can say that a little bit later. And I'm making some lunch. Since we're motoring, it's unusually easy to make lunch today. Everything just stays in place because it's fancy and we are not heating. I don't know if I have shown you my little ventilator here. It's computer fans, so it's 2 computer fans that, and when I need it, I just put it first down here, slide it up, and close the window to keep it in place, and start. And there we have finished today's lunch. Great view from this lunch restaurant. Looks like there are some caves and stuff. Looks also a bit rough. I'm teasing him a bit because he always complains that I allow the sail to get too much of a belly. But now it was much worse than I usually do.
Yep.
Yeah. Went here because I'm going to close the window. And now Anders is turning off the engine as well. Whoo! Just a second after I turned off the camera, so I didn't get the beep. Psst. Thank you for coming along with us so far. Please hit the thumbs up to make us happy. These are good, but they are a little slippery, so you can't really let go of anything you place here. We have those kind of non-skid mats. It helps.
It helps. Things stay in place.
Yeah. So unless we are heeling really a lot over, you can have like cups and glasses, etc. Those glasses are a bit special. We bought them in Copenhagen, and as long as you don't fill them longer than to the line, they should be able to handle a heeling of 30 degrees. We tested on the freezer lid, and maybe not 30, but it was pretty much until it fell over. Yeah. So
March, they slip earlier than they tip.
yeah, actually they do. Underneath there you can see that's also
It's
what
rubber there,
it's
so
rubber.
it's better, but it still slips.
It slips a little bit. And on the non-skid, they don't slip.
And they're made of plastic, so they don't break if they fall.
That's something we can recommend if you see this kind of glass. I don't remember what brand it was.
We're discussing what kind of boat that is.
This is Sa Rapita.
So we are going to anchor next to a marina. It's maybe not super well protected, but they don't have space.
Yep, that's right, over.
Okay, do that.
We got a space in Sa Rapita. After all, we just caught them on the edge, and probably they had a space. Which we are super happy about because we have a special meeting. It looks a bit rolly.
This is Massimo,
Yes.
and you have a similar boat.
Yes. I have a Wauquiez 47 pilot saloon and I'm refitting it in Valencia right now and planning on taking her around the world again. I went once with the Wauquiez pilot saloon 43 and the boat was fantastic.
Why are you here in Sa Rapita?
I also sail Mini Transat, Mini 650. It's a boat 6.5 meter with nothing and we sail the Atlantic. And we go from Les Sables d'Olonne to La Palma and from La Palma to Guadeloupe every 2 years. And this is the races in the Mediterranean.
And you say you have nothing, but what you do have is foils.
No, we don't have foils in the series, only prototypes.
Only
Foils.
prototypes,
Yes.
but yours is still really fast.
Yes, we go fast.
You go
fast,
really
but
fast
we don't go
for being such a small boat.
8, 9 and we speed up to 15, 16, but the prototypes go 22, 23.
Yeah, but how can you get 20 knots?
We don't get 20 knots, we get 15.
You get 15 on a 6.5 meter
You
boat.
put all the sails up and you
And you're rough.
and you put a lot of dry clothes
Yes.
and you just get
because
soaked.
You just get so.
yeah, I understand that. But still, it's really strange that
There is no toilet, there is no bed, there is no
There-
kitchen.
There's
Nothing.
nothing, I know, but still,
Absolutely not.
I mean,
So-
when you look at it, 6.5 meter boat going that fast.
And that fast for 17 days.
This is a guy with balls.
But now I'm looking forward to this new project.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little calmer.
Yeah.
More
Sailing
comfort.
this type of
I
boat
love
is a
to
little
fish,
easier.
and I love to sail it.
Yeah.
And it's very, very nice to meet you both. Finally, I've been watching your videos and you look like exclusive, very nice people. Thank you for welcoming.
Welcome, and we hope we can help you too. And I hope to see you one more time when we get to Valencia.
After a little chat, Massimo had to go to skipper's meeting, so we took a walk by ourselves.
It's a cozy, small harbor, and with just normal houses, no hotels, nothing. That's a bit of a change towards the normal Spanish marinas, which are often also combined with hotel area. But it's not cheap. 102 euros. I mean, it's
It's going
really
to be worse.
in the beginning of the season.
We sit here at the little restaurant. I think it's the club that actually owns it. And we're going to have a beer and some tapas. Ooh, this sailboat is totally burned out. It must have been really terrible. Hope nobody got injured. Look at this sail. We are walking around the marina to see if we can find Massimo's racing boat. Here, I think they are.
Here's the big racers.
Here it is. And it's just noticed. Look at the spreaders. They are bent and can be tightened. So this is Massimo's boat, or at least the one he sails. Not a lot of space and absolutely no comfort, so a big difference towards ours. Well, apart from that, there's quite a lot of seaweed, I think it is. It looks like a great beach, and it's over there that we plan to go over and anchor tomorrow. But tonight we are going to sleep a luxury sleep here in the marina. I don't know if it's typical for us, but our walk became a walk around the marina, not up to the city.
We are preparing to leave Sa Rapita, and it's just going to be a short transport over to the other side of the bay where we plan to anchor.
Vi har ju en båt där som har tagit den här. Jag tror att det här är bojfält till och med. Det skulle se ut så.
Okay.
Där vill vi inte vara. Så jag tänkte att vi skulle vara här. Där.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck, Massimo. Or should I say fair winds instead? Because of course it's not
Anchored here on the other side of the bay, but we haven't turned the engine off because we first had a little incident with our anchor buoy. The line is going to supposed to be flexing on the line, so it's going to give line. I think it got more than 20 meters of line. It somehow got stuck, so the buoy was down with the anchor. It has tangled itself also in the anchor. So we had to take that up, and then we re-anchored, but we drifted a bit from the place where we originally anchored, and we are not entirely happy with this new spot. There. It is around 100 meters, 1 meter deep, halfway there. So if we drag, it's not fun. Third time is a charm, they say. And the anchor is, we have 35 meters of chain, and it is about there. Yeah, the cabina or something like that is this anchorage called. Finally, we are satisfied and can say we have arrived. Anders is trying to fix our anchor buoy, which something had happened with the mechanism inside, so it didn't pull out the line as it should, so it was dragged down with the anchor, and anchor buoy repair almost completed. What had happened?
Inside of this buoy, it's spring loaded, rolls this up, and this has jumped on the side of that thing that should call it up or should roll it up, so it didn't go in or out. Now it's sorted, but we need to think when we use it so that that doesn't happen again.
And now I have been kayaking around a little bit to check the depth around the boat. There is the rocks that Anders has been a bit concerned about, but I've been kayaking so that I was almost worried about damaging the kayak, and it was 3.4 meters deep, and it's absolutely no problem. And also tried to find our anchor, since we don't have the anchor buoy, and it seemed to be well dug in. I could see the chain disappear, and then I couldn't find the actual anchor, so I think it's almost completely dug in. When we were about to anchor, I thought this was a trailer, but it's an old bunker. I will tell you more about it, but first we watch this little egret. Doesn't seem to pay any attention to me at all. Little egrets are slender, beautiful white aquatic birds, and a funny fact that you can't see is that they actually have yellow feet. So I will take a little short walk here, look around. On the other side of the line is actually a natural reserve. If I can find some more information. Well, that sign didn't tell me much. The beach is called Estrench, and according to Google, Franco built those bunkers because he was convinced that the island would invade Spain during the Second World War, due to that Mussolini and Hitler had helped him in the Spanish War. Nobody seems to know why he thought it would be exactly on this beach, but, well, he maybe had some reason. Not exactly cozy. The island never invaded Spain, except with sun-seeking tourists. Franco remained in power until 1975, when he died, and thereby ended the dictatorship, and a sad chapter in Spanish history. I went back to my kayak and around the peninsula, where I found the little egret again, and this time I got really close. Just kayak over to the next beach, and well,
Looks like you can get ice cream or coffee or whatever it is, maybe a beer.
I think it's time for me to head back to the boat and make some dinner.
Isn't this nice? I think a little bit later there will be a great sunset. It's not too bad, this anchorage. I've been out kayaking and I took a swim. There are on the beach, so it was good I did it in that order. On the beach there are some signs that warn that there can be some strong currents. And I had actually mentioned it to Anders, that I said that I wonder if there are some currents, because I could see it was swirling around the aft of our boat. And it's not particularly windy, so I was a bit surprised. So I made what I call covered swim, meaning that I was in the water but kept holding on to the swimming ladder all the time. But, well, that was okay. It was 21 degrees in the water, so really nice. What do you think of my barbecue view? Really pretty.
If you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up and consider being a subscriber if you not already are that. And feel free to leave a comment down below. In the next episode, we will sail to Mallorca. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end.